welcome to Pecan Corner. I'm Tina, and today I'm canning New Mexico hatch green chili peppers. We buy these at United each year and get them, they roast them right there, have the big roasters. So I bought a bunch this morning and brought them home, and now I'm fixing to can them all. So here we go. So I'm even wearing my funny apron that I got at a garage sale that says, "Have you been hatched?" I've never worked at Allsup's, but it's a fun little thing to be able to use while I'm canning these. I pulled my gloves off. I have to wear gloves while I do it. The last time that I canned them without gloves, and we buy the mild ones, but I guess I've developed it. Well, I'll just start with a new pair of gloves. We buy the mild ones, but I guess I've developed an allergy to them, because the last time that I did it, my hands swelled up. It was terrible. So now I wear gloves. So the first step, you can roast them yourself, and we used to, but now they bring their big roasters and they do them, and they roll them through it, and then they put them into this plastic bag, and it sweats them, and then the skins just fall off. I'm not having to use any utensils at all to get the charred skins off of these. That charring gives them such a good flavor, and they taste so much better than just plain canned ones. Paul loves these on top of a hamburger, and of course we cook with them year round. We use green chilies in a whole lot of the dishes that we make. I just slice run a finger down and open them up, and I'm going to remove the seeds here. Just push them out into this little bowl. I'm not trying to get all of them out. The seeds have already released all of their heat into the peppers. It's just that it doesn't taste very good to get a whole big bunch of them. So I kind of want them open, and that way they'll fall out into the liquid that's in the canning jars with them. Okay, that one's full. These I'm canning whole. I'll do some chopped. I bought some of the little half pint, not half pint, little half pint or quarter pint it is, jelly jars, and they're great, perfect size for some chopped green chilies. Red peppers would work that way, anything that you use a small amount of. So in a little while I'll do some chopped ones of those. I'm hoping y'all can see me here, and make sure I'm not covering things up. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've done any videos. We had trouble with my computer for the longest time. I finally broke down and bought a new one, a brand new one. We tried a number of different options, including a reconditioned one, and that didn't meet our needs. So we finally bought a new one, and so this one I think will work for Paul to upload. It takes a long time to upload here at our house, so he kind of has to do it on a day that he's prepared to sit still and watch DVD movies, because we can't use the internet and upload at the same time. Come on, President Trump, and your and your rural broadband. I know that all of our presidents have been working on that for a couple of decades now, and I hope that this time it'll finally happen. We have the highest available in our town, and it's the download speed is 3 Mbps, which is not much. So anyway, I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing here, and then I'll get all my jars full, and then I'll come back and I'll show you another piece of this process. Alright, I'm back. I've got some jars filled up here. Now I'm going to add, to my little half-pint jars, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt, using pickling and canning salt. A little bit of salt always helps. You know, if you're watching your salt, I guess you could leave it out, but I think you get a better flavor if there's some salt in there. And now I think I'm just going to do a half a teaspoon in these pints too. There we go. Because the pints are whole ones that we'll use to make like chili rellenos or to put on a burger. So it's going to be in something that's got a lot more salt in it also. So, okay, now I have heated my water in my little electric kettle that Paul got me for Christmas one year. He got me this and a tea cozy and a teapot. And I tell you, it's they're one of the best presents I ever got. I use all of them all the time. You know how that goes. Every once in a while, you really luck out on a present for somebody, and you just hit it. Wouldn't it be nice if we could hit that with every present that we give? It doesn't have to be big or expensive, but to be something that they just use and it makes their life easier. This little thing will boil water pour 4 cups of water in just a couple of minutes, and so it's great. Now then, let me get this one done. Okay. All right, now it's leaking. I'm pouring it funny. Okay, now I'm going to do these. Now I've got new lids, and if you've got, let me see, I don't have any of them handy. The new lids that are out now, the ball and curl lids, have a little, oh there it is. They talk about sure-tight lids. Sure-tight lids that they say, actually, now up to 18 months, that they'll keep canned food sealed for 18 months. Remember all those failures that we were having? Well, you won't be having those anymore because they fixed that problem. So that's great. So these other lids are okay, but just keep an eye on them because you might have some failures with those. Don't ever reuse your lids, but do reuse your rings. They can be used over and over and over again. I tell you what, United is great. They're pretty new to Brownwood where we shop, but Paul just loves it because they have a little electric cart, so he can go in there with me and shop, and they have nice things, and for a small area like ours, getting the chili roaster is kind of a big deal. So it's great that we have this handy for us. All right, now then, I'm going to put these into my pressure canner, and I'm going to pressure can them at, you see what it says for peppers. Peppers, hot or sweet. Okay, at 10, the book says 10 pounds of pressure, pints for 35 minutes. Now these little half pints I'm going to process at 35 minutes too. I'm not ever going to process anything smaller than a pint, less than a pint. And it's hot packed. What was I going to say? At my altitude, we have to do 15 pounds of pressure. So I'm going to get these going and put them in and get started, and then I'll be back and show you my final result. Well, this is my third or fourth year of canning these peppers, and I've just discovered a new, simpler way to get the seeds out. So take the pepper even before you knock the skins off of it, and just hold it upside down and grasp hold of the stem end and just pull, and looky there, the whole membranes with the peppers just pulls right out, and then all you have to do is just rake those skins off, and you have a nice whole chili pepper. So that was just one little thing that I wanted to show you. Now I'm going to can some in these little jars. However, I've discovered that it's not recommended because I haven't tested the safety of canning in anything less than the pints. So do your own homework and do what makes sense to you. There's nothing wrong with canning them in pints. They're just as good, and then you can pop any excess in the freezer if that's more than you want to use at one time. So so that's a possibility too. You know, we can for safety's sake. We can to look after our families and to provide them with good food. So if that's what it takes, then that's okay. Anyway, I just thought I think you've been able to see here these how easy it is. Just hold it upside down and grasp hold of that stem end and pull, and that whole seed pod just comes right out, and you can just rake off the charred skin there, and you got a nice whole pepper, very nice and tidy, and it's much speedier than what I was doing before. So hey, you know, as my grandfather used to say, learn from the most ignorant. Well, I figured it out after 3 years. So all right, back in a little while when they're done processing. Good morning, and here we are. I've made 34 jars total out of my box of peppers, and they all came out just great. They just they canned up perfect. Out of that 34 jars, only 3 didn't seal, and those 3 were some of the other lids that I had, not the SureTight. The SureTight all sealed. The regular, the ones, which are still good, it's just that they don't seal as good, and they lose their seals quickly. So I'm trying to use them up, and I'm trying to use them mostly on things like jellies and stuff like that. But these all came out great, and Paul has already eaten some of them. He's had burgers with green chilies on them 2 nights, and so we're all set for the year. That's our Hatch green chilies. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoy your own peppers. All right, thanks. Bye.